Cricket presents the Campfire. Today, we're analyzing District 6-5A Division 1. Teams in this district include Creekview, Newman Smith, R.L. Turner, Bryan Adams, Molina, Sunset, W.T. White, North Mesquite, and West Mesquite. Let's begin by taking a look at this district in our film session. Last year, West Mesquite powered through 6-5A by going undefeated in district play and pulling off a playoff win. It also had head coach Steven Jackson in the running for our Coach of the Year. The Wranglers returned some talent from that team as well, with Kamari Carter and Demarion Robinson in the backfield. The defense will be led by a strong line, and that's led by Marcus Watson, Jeremiah Bayo, and Davian Allen. Another surprise team last year was the Creekview Mustangs. They entered the season with a 21-game losing streak and proceeded to win their first 8 games of 2024. Mustangs will have a strong offensive line to protect offensive newcomer of the year, Kaysen Garcia, at quarterback. Newman Smith only had 1 loss in district play a year ago. Trojans will have a dangerous combination of Axel Lofstrand and Maxim Mingo in the passing attack. W.T. White was a playoff team last season and should be in the running this year as well. Speaking about running, the Longhorns' Ben Ubeke is one of the best running backs in the district. If anyone's going to bust into the playoff picture, it could be North Mesquite. Stallions switched to a triple option last season, and once they mastered that, they could sneak up on some teams. Molina has a chance for postseason behind wide receiver Kingston Chavez. Turner and Bryan Adams bring back experienced tailbacks, and Khalil Farrar and Tyreek Smith respectively. Sunset will continue to battle for victories.
The Campfire is presented by Cricket. Smile, you're on Cricket.
We love easy. 4. Yeah.
Players on the Rise is brought to you by Parker University. Would you like to help a veteran? Log on to parkerperformanceinstitute.com to learn more about the Invicta Project. The Campfire is brought to you by Kubota, the #1 selling compact tractor in Texas. For details, visit gokubota.com. Kubota, because you can.
For an even deeper dive into 6-5A Division 1, here's producer Ward Fasold and our insider Matt Diggs with the district breakdown.
All right, Diggs, as we wind down the 5A Division 1 districts, we're at 6-5A Division 1 now. We're talking about a district that almost got us their Coach of the Year, the way West Mesquite played last year. They took down everybody, went undefeated throughout the regular season. Are they going to be as dominant this year? And can we see we saw the rise of Creekview too last year too. So talk to me about those teams.
Yeah, Coach Jackson, what he did at West Mesquite was right up there. If it wasn't for that little team in Prosper and at Walnut Grove, definitely we had some great coaches last year. And what I think I get excited about when I look at Coach Jackson and his history at Duncanville and at Seagoville is always year 2. Year 2 is really when it kicks in. Year 1, if that was a sign-up sheet for what we're going to get this year, I'm signed up because West Mesquite did great last year. They stepped up, and they got so many players coming back from that 11-1 squad. Kamari Carter, Demarion Robinson, the two-headed beast at running back. They are loaded at running back this year. The infrastructure is going to be good. At the offensive line is going to be good, but their defense is also with Kentrell Blackshear, Marcus Watson, Jeremiah Bayo, Davion Allen. That defensive line is going to be loaded. I think West Mesquite defensively now has the defense to compete with the top teams in the area. West Mesquite, I think we're going to be looking at them as the top dog in this district, but I don't think they were happy with only a two-week playoff run.
All right, well, hit me with 1 through 9 here, and let's see where we're at.
Reigning and defending for your number 1, I got West Mesquite. Number 2, I'm going to stick with Newman Smith. I think I'd get some nasty tweets if I didn't stick with them. Number 3, I got W.T. White. I've got Creekview making the playoffs at number 4. North Mesquite just on the outside, as much as I hype them, at number 5. I got Molina at 6, R.L. Turner at 7, Bryan Adams, got it right, at number 8, and Sunset, number 9.
We'll post the entire breakdown segment this Wednesday on our social media pages. Now let's take a look at some game changers in our Players on the Rise, presented by Parker University. At West Mesquite, Kamari Carter was part of a vaunted ground attack and he'll be back to do it again in 2025. As a junior, he rushed for 976 yards and 8 touchdowns while sharing duties in the backfield. Carter was a first-team All-District selection and has that speedy burst that coaches look for in a home run hitter. Kamari's getting offers from smaller colleges, but with a big fall, he could get on the radar of some D1 schools. W.T. White's running back, Ben Ebeke, has been a back-to-back first-teamer on the 6-5A All-District list. Last year, despite missing 3 games due to injury, he rushed for over 1,000 yards. Cameroon native will be looking for his 3rd straight 1,000-yard season for the Longhorns and hopefully lead them to the postseason again. Ben has offers from Sacramento State and Montana State. Carrollton Creekview snapped a 21-game losing streak, in part because of the play of Newcomer of the Year, Kaysen Garcia. The quarterback threw for almost 1,600 yards and 19 touchdowns. That for the 8-3 Mustangs, and he looks to be even more of a leader as a junior this year. Garcia is poised in the pocket and can make plays on the run. Look for another solid year from Kaysen. Julian Simpson is a playmaking wide receiver in North Mesquite's triple option offense. Simpson tallied 1,100 all-purpose yards and 13 touchdowns for the Stallions. He can be used on the jet sweep out of the backfield, and with his speed, Julian can eat up some serious yardage. If he's not covered in the slot, Simpson can get you the big play as well. So basically, he's an athlete who needs to be accounted for.
Switch to Cricket and get nationwide 5G, so you can post that epic ooh. If you switch, you also get a free phone, which you need. Welcome to getting more. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
75 years of made-to-order goodness. That's Whataburger. Goodness 24/7. Players on the Rise is brought to you by Parker University. Would you like to help a veteran? Log on to parkerperformanceinstitute.com to learn more about the Invicta Project.
Our Ward Fasold caught up to Carrollton Creekview head coach Dusty Ortiz to talk about his Mustangs in our Media Day segment.
We're talking 6-5A Division I with Creekview head coach Dusty Ortiz. And Coach said, I love the fact that you went into last year. You know, I don't love the fact that you went into it, the 21-game losing streak, but you went into it and you completely turned that thing around. You won a game against Irving, and then you're like, that's not good enough. Let me go ahead and win 7 more in a row, 8 straight wins. The feeling in that locker room when you guys got that thing started and started feeling the taste of the spoils.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, you know, the kids, some of the kids, they've never experienced winning. They didn't have very successful junior high experiences. And then, you know, some they've been at the high school level and like you said, in 20 games in 2 years, they hadn't tasted that taste of victory. So it was like electric in there. It was a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, and just them totally. It was an opportunity for them to totally buy in because everything that we've been preaching in the offseason or in the summer months kind of came into play. So they were super excited.
Excellent. And that's, like I said, that led into a playoff run. You got into the postseason for the first time in a while, and you hung tough with a very well-coached Chad Cole Reedy team. Talk about the experience of getting that 11th game as well.
Well, you know, any way you can get it, because none of the kids, very few of the kids remember the last time they had been in the playoffs. So, you know, it's just going to build for the future. We went in thinking that, you know, we had a shot. They gave us some things, and early on, we were moving the ball. Kids were believing still. And then, you know, Frisco Reedy, they have a long tradition, even though it's only been open a short amount of time, of just being successful. And, you know, they do things right and kind of let us see where we were at, kind of like a measuring stick, and then kind of what we want to be, you know, the team that we want to be in the coming years. So great experience. Very proud of the kids from freshmen all the way up to seniors. They did a great job.
I'll see you down the line, Coach, and I appreciate you joining us.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for having us, and you have a good day.
You can catch the entire interview Friday on our social media channels. Hey, that'll do it for this week's Campfire. Next week, we finish up our look into 5A as we dive into 7-5A Division I. Until then, have a great week, everybody.